Hello and welcome everybody to 1980. In 1980, they came out with Empire Strikes Back, a great movie, continuation of the Star Wars franchise. Speaking of 80s franchises, Aliens was a continuation of Alien, and we started new franchises like Terminator. It was pretty awesome. Other great, Back to the Future was very influential. It was just E.T., it was just an awesome decade. The king of pop, Michael Jackson, ruled that decade. Carbon fiber in the F40, awesome cars coming out. It was just like, wow. Lamborghini coming out, or at least selling in the United States, the Countach. So it was just this like amazing mix of like Jack Nicklaus in the 80s won a Masters. It was an amazing time. And this comes out. HB Powerbilt Citation. HB was never quite the number one manufacturer of clubs. They're like the Diet Dr. Pepper, right? Just slowly chiseling away at it. And now they're number two. And you're just like, are they going to be number one? They make such good clubs. Let's talk about it. Let's get this HB Powerbilt Citation 1980 on the review table and have a closer look. Looking at the sole reveals the gingerbread man sole plate. The two eyes, the big mustache, the Citation mouth. Number one right here, that's the wood number. So lovely driver here, 4-screw gingerbread man sole plate. You can spin around the skirt and see this huge brass weight with 2 screws holding it in. On the toe here, it says genuine Persimmon. Genuine Persimmon. It is solid Persimmon as we spin to the face. You can see I love this patina. I don't know if you call worn wood patina, but either way, it's lovely. 3 headless screws, the center one being slightly larger. There's your target right there. It is just so good to have a Persimmon in the house. You can see it is pinned. It looks like this one has been damaged or repinned or something. You can see a little serial number right here. Whipping, and then we move to the stepped shaft. Look at the frequency of all these steps. I think that's just super interesting. 1980 sticker right here. This just reminds me of the year. I put this wrap on just for testing. Underneath here, it just has a Victory grip. You guys know what a Victory grip looks like. Golf Pride Victory grip, made in the USA. That said, it is a lovely Persimmon that is just begging to be hit. So let's get this on the range and see how it feels. We're coming from a place called the 80s, 1980 Powerbilt. Solid Persimmon Citation. These are some of my favorite clubs, these Citations. They have that huge brass weight at the back, which looks very, very cool. It seems to create this like line, which lines up with the alignment line. They're just good looking clubs. They look forgiving. They're plenty big and deep for a Persimmon. I mean, I look at this, and for Persimmon, this looks way more forgiving than like a tailor-made Pittsburgh Persimmon. Let's hit a few, see how we do. All right. So I've not hit a driver yet today. So we're going to see what comes out of here. Hopefully something entertaining. All right, we're going to go right down the spine here. All right, that's a little fadey. Carried right around 200. There'll obviously be data at the end, but that felt really good. I mean, I've always liked these solid Persimmons with these 3 headless screws that just scream to me class, that big brass. Like, I love that. Just like, look at me, weight on the back right there. So let's see if we can hit one more before the collector comes. That one was high on the face, but still good carry, not so high as to be a sky mark or anything. That was short of 200, but looks like we have some space here. I'm going to take one more shot. Yeah, as I can obviously, I see I knocked my tee down, so I obviously hit that high on the face. The problem with those is on the simulator, sometimes those register as like really long balls, and they're not. All right, one more here.
with one of my favorite, what I think kind of under the radar brands for vintage is the HB Powerbilt Citation here. Lovely. Oh my goodness. Look at that, carried over to, and it's going to roll out. I wonder what at the end you'll see the data. I'm curious to see how, what kind of numbers I'm getting with this lovely, lovely wood.
So this is a club that I really like for a couple of reasons. The first kind of, most Persimmons feel like this. I feel like I'm in control. So, car story again. My new 25 Toyota Camry, okay? It's what I take kids to school in. It's the school run vehicle, okay? It has this auto drive feature where it stays in your lane and you just jiggle a handle every now and then, like a Tesla autopilot, just go, follows, radar, it just drives. The car does its thing. I'm in the hands of engineers. What could possibly go wrong? Jurassic Park. And I do my thing, right? Talk to the kids, did you spill milk again? Anyway, don't get me started. Cheerios and milk just sloshing back and forth in the back of this Camry. Anyway, brand new. All right. Sometimes when you hit golf clubs, it feels like you're in the hands of engineers. You get these big things with weights and flashing lights, and you're just like, I trust the engineers. Whack. Okay. With this, it feels like I'm in control, like a manual transmission. Like when I drive stick, right? It's like you have to put that clutch in. You're putting it into gear. Click. And then you have to let off that, you don't want to stall it, and you're in control of the throttle, and you're driving that car. That's what it feels like with this. The burden of golf is on my shoulders. So in my opinion, everybody should practice, get good with, and play at least a game with Persimmon woods to get that feeling. And it's very satisfying. You hit something, you're just like, yes, I did that. It's a wonderful feeling. For me, my opinion. Now, the other thing that this is like, it's like Diet Dr. Pepper. All right, it was never one of the top brands, and it's not ubiquitous, and it does stand out. I look for unique golfing experiences, and this brass weight back here gives it that look, and it gives it a different kind of like feel and experience. You're like, oh wow, look at that, it's different, and I love that. And other places copy it, but I love this driver. The look, different experience, feels different. Thank you. That's what I'm looking for. And that decade. To me, the other thing that this captures is that era where that greatness was so prevalent. Jack Nicklaus didn't play HB Persimmons. He played McGregor. But I love that era. Jack Nicklaus had nothing to prove. He was at the top of his game. Tiger is still chasing Jack Nicklaus, so people say, oh, well, he's just chasing Jack Nicklaus. Which, I don't know if I agree with that. Jack Nicklaus had nobody to chase. And yet he showed up at the Masters and performed at the highest level, and doors open, and he won that Masters. Okay? It is hard. It is everybody out there knows. It's difficult. Look at Michael Jordan. To be at the top and just be like, yes, let's just keep going. Because at some point you're just like, I want to just go sit by the pool. Can I just go to the beach and just walk around a little bit? Just want to take it easy. All right. And so to me, that's just a great example of perseverance. I think I feel the same way about Tiger, frankly. The injury, and he's just like, no, I'm going to golf. Because that vision of greatness is there. And that great personality is there. And that's the difference between like me and somebody like Jack Nicklaus or Tiger Woods, obviously. And so that to me, and so it's from that era, this club. Different experience. Yes. It's a persimmon wood. Yes. All the stars align, all the planets align, and I love this club. I've hit lots of persimmons from this era. More than like a lot of the other brands where Louisville's making their clubs. I feel like this one really stands out as like an interesting club. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As usual, huge shout out to my patrons. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. Speaking of perseverance, I mean, sometimes just seeing the list of patrons and the people that support me keeps me motivated to make these videos. So thank you again. Oh, by the way, a note for patrons. I am going to take pictures of my latest acquisitions and post them on Discord, our private Discord channel. And you can post your pictures of your latest acquisitions as well. So be sure to check our Discord and see what I've picked up for future videos and future content. I'm looking at a new eBay purchase, a new golf club right here in my studio. So looking forward to seeing your pictures on Discord. If you are not on Patreon, you can visit my Amazon shop if you'd like to support this channel. I am an Amazon associate. I make proceeds from qualifying purchases. I have all sorts of interesting stuff on my Amazon shop, like the world's best fingernail clippers and some golf accessories. Be sure to check that out. If you enjoyed this content, please subscribe. Thank you everybody for watching. I am the Vintage Golfer.